Hey, folks, and we are live here on a Monday night, back with our Monday night support chat. I am Dave,
I'm Ron.
and good to see everybody back here on a Monday night. It's kind of weird tonight. It's less than 70 degrees right now. We've had a lot of heat here in the Boston area. And today, when I walked the dog, I want to say it was right around 70, 71 degrees. It's 68 right now, but you're saying it's roasting up there where you
We
are,
had
right?
95 up here this afternoon. Apparently, some thunderstorms rolled through, and now it's 81 here.
Oh, that's a big difference. When it comes down 9 to 10 degrees or more, that's a
Yeah,
big change.
but tonight the low was only supposed to be 70. Another day in the 90s, and then Wednesday we're supposed to have a low in the 60s.
Finally a cool off, yeah. No, in fact, I didn't do much walking. I didn't walk the dog all weekend. It was just way too hot. The ground's too hot for the paws, And I took him out Friday, and he just dragged me back home on Friday. And Friday wasn't that bad. We get out really early Friday. It's like, okay, you want to go home? We'll go home.
Yeah, we went out this morning. We tried to get out around 9ish, just because that's going to be the coolest part. And she's awake, and it's like, oh, get me out of here. So, how we doing, gang?
Yeah, we've got a handful of people watching right now, and I do want to say thanks to everybody that watched the video on the Digital to Dice podcast, and followed up on some of the Facebook group stuff. We have done really well with support for the show. We got a lot of people that have paid us with PayPal and Venmo, and some people in the chat room right here that helped us out. And I just want to say thank you, everybody. I didn't realize that, for the podcast, it was a year. And then here, when we tack on the monthly fee for the video streaming here, I was like, wow, it's like,
I'm surprised it was that much.
Yeah, I didn't realize it because, you piecemeal it in, you have the podcast stuff for a while, and then, that bill's paid. And then and then all of a sudden it's like it came due, and I was like, wow, when I really break it down, I was like, wow, that was a lot of money. So people have been listening to the show, have chipped in, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be good for the next year, which is good. And guys have stepped up, and even the comments too have been fantastic. People have sent us some money with PayPal and Venmo, and just put in nice comments like, I hope this helps and keep the show going, and want to hear more from you guys, and it's all positive stuff coming in, and that's good. And in case you're wondering, the Digital to Dice podcast, we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary. I can't believe it's been 1 year already.
About 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, we started planning this in June or July of last year.
July, I think. Yeah,
and I think it was late July when we ran out the first episode. I forget when it was, mid to late July.
Close to, today we did our 45th. We might actually we'll do 48, 49 then by the time we actually hit a year.
If we do one more a week, yeah, we should get them pretty close to almost one a week. Yeah, so we'll get up close to 50. We won't hit 52, but we might hit 49 and 50. But anyway,
including the double issue with the body painting issue.
Yeah. So anyway, just want to say thanks to everybody that helped out. If you're interested in helping us keep the show going, I do have a PayPal here, just paypal.me /IceHog. That's my company that was paying all the bills until we got shut down by the governor, and I don't know when I'm going back. But if you want to, some people have been throwing us, a little bit. Some people some people have been ridiculously generous for the show. And it's just, it's unbelievable that they would do that. But I just want to say thank you, everybody that helped out. I do have a Venmo as well. If you just want to, throw us a little bit to help keep the show going. Again, it's not about making money. It's just about me being out of work for 3 months, probably going to be out of work for at least another month, maybe two. Before, I imagine it's not going to be back to the fall till I start generating a regular paycheck. And so anybody that wants to help chip in and just help defray the costs of, because this streaming software, in order to record for the podcast and do some certain things with it, you got to pay for it. It has a free version, but it doesn't allow you to do the things that we need to do to continue the podcast. So that's why we do the paid version. And then where we put the Digital to Dice podcast over on Spreaker, they're a great service. But if we start cutting back over there, then we might have to either not do any new episodes or start getting rid of some old ones. And we don't want to do that. We want to have a nice archive of all of our shows. And so, the more space you use, the more expensive it gets. So, who know, we'd be, doing 45 episodes. We would just wanted to get 1 and 2 off the ground and the whole bit. But anyway, a big thanks to everybody that has, my phone started going off last night with all the notifications. It was really unbelievable. The people that helped us out and want to see the show continue. So that's good because, we were trying to figure out how we could do it. We don't want to put ads We don't want to do commercials. That's don't want to do that. That's just not, you know. And if we did commercials and stuff, we might make a couple of bucks a month. It's not worth the hassle
And
to
right
put a
now,
commercial into either this or the
Yeah.
podcast for a couple of. I'd rather just say, look, if you like the show and you want to support it, you know, we'll keep it ad free and we'll be listener supported, if you will, just to pay the bills. So, thank you, everybody that helped out. So we got some more people in the chat here. MP Fox has rolled in. Boy, I like all the baseballs. MP, I was out walking the dog the other day, and somebody had a box of baseballs like this out on the sidewalk, and,
Nice.
and they were throwing them out. So I grabbed a couple. Just so I could use for any kind of props for some of my videos. Because I haven't held a baseball in years, you know, probably 40 years since I threw a baseball. So I grabbed a couple for props. But they look just like these Wilsons here. Have I played any History Maker golf today? Yes and no. I did videos today. I did a video on my YouTube channel for the History Maker golf. Just kind of a little overview of the game, a little sample gameplay and how to set up a tournament. So I did break it out and set up a video, but I didn't actually play a tournament. I'm debating what I want to do with that. I've been playing these fictitious tournaments that I've been doing, but I'm thinking I might want to go back because I did this in Japan. There was a course in Japan I played. I called it the Kaiju Cup. And I thought it'd be fun, you know, because I have all these different kind of golfers. Maybe instead of doing all different tournaments, maybe I have all the different groups play the Kaiju Cup.
Now that would be interesting.
And then I take like the top 4 or 5 golfers and have them of all the different groups I have, and then have them play for the gigantic Kaiju Cup, you know. And a Kaiju, by the way, is a giant monster like Godzilla, but not only Godzilla. It's all the monsters. Yeah, like if you ever seen Pacific Rim was a fantastic movie. I think it was better than some of the Godzillas, to tell you the truth. DJ, I want to thank you so much. That was a terrific note that you left us today. So thank you so much. Larry here as well. Thank you so much, Larry. And of course, Al. Al, thank you for the Al actually sent me in the mail a McDonald's gift certificate. So thank you so much to Al.
Eddie?
Remember getting those? Remember
the
getting those?
The ones on paper.
Remember getting those at Christmas time?
I would get them a stocking. You know, they were 50 cents a piece, and you get $5 worth.
Oh man, you're going to be ripping those up to get my hamburgers.
Yes. Al is so thoughtful. Maybe he'll send you some green stamps next.
Michael Forbes, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tribe, what's going on? The Tribe, man. And Big Paulie's here tonight. I've been trying to follow some of his stuff on YouTube. Stuff, yeah, that's been fun. It's been fun watching that stuff there. Robbie said, yeah, the MLB play, you know, now they're all backtracking now, and now the football players are getting a little anxious with the virus now. So they're like, oh, we don't know if we want to play.
The baseball thing has nothing to do with the virus.
No, I know, but I mean, now football's like they were all set. Now they're not. So I don't know. And Gilles Thibault's in here. Listen to the we just put out the podcast this morning. We were recorded today and put it out. I thought it was a pretty good one. We talked about gaming and mental health and how it's been soothing for me and other people. So, we just come on live Monday night. Monday night seems to work out pretty well. I don't think I'll have my Monday night job because the company went out of business and I don't know who's going to run it. So I might have Monday nights off to do this if I don't go back to work. I'm not sure. I mean, the baseball thing, I can't follow it. I tried to, and I just couldn't do it. ID's in here. ID, you were doing some baseball game today, and what I was asking was, it had fast action cards. I'd never seen a baseball game with fast action cards. It was fall pitch or fall classic.
Classic.
And he had these fast action cards, and I was like, fast action in baseball? That's almost unheard of to have a fast action card in baseball.
It can work.
That would be interesting to see. I'm going to have to look that up and see how that plays. Because a fast action card, I wouldn't think that. I just would think that it would be, you know, pitcher card, batter card. That's just kind of how those games work in a couple of charts. But I'd be interested to see how a fast action card would work with baseball. Interesting. I was watching that. And again, ID, thank you so much for supporting us here on the show. That was great. Did you hear Brian's interview? No, I'm not sure if that was for us or somebody else, but I did not hear Brian's interview. I'm not sure who Brian is. Manfred's proud of the pro. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's a tough spot for everybody. Baseball's just weird. They're always just weird. Yes, the McDonald's gift certificates were a big deal around 1980. Yep.
Eggnog shakes.
Do they still? They must still have. Oh, it must probably gift cards now, right?
Oh, I'm sure it's all gift cards.
I wonder when they got rid of the gift certificates. 'Cause those like every Christmas. You counted on those. If you didn't get those, you were upset. It doesn't matter what else you got.
I
If you-
got it from a grandmother, and it always
Yeah.
made my mother upset. I don't want to take you to McDonald's.
Oh, that was the yeah. I mean that was the gift to give if you didn't know anybody. Just the McDonald's gift certificates. You know.
In
That would be great.
the 50-cent denominations, I mean, what was in McDonald's for 50 cents in 1980? Maybe a small fry?
Oh no, Flynn.
Oh, God.
Oh, is he changing his name now? Flynn.
I didn't I saw that pop up. I didn't recognize him.
Oh, he's being a funny guy. Funny guy. Yes, that is, Matt. That is a Packer hat. Yeah, that's one of the hats my mother got me. And you know what these hats do? They do this. They have lights. She got me a whole bunch of hats. It's mostly football. I think there was one baseball in there.
Yeah, a Yankees hat of all things.
I do have a Yankee. I have a Giants hat too, but I think she said she ordered like what they had, and they didn't have every team, so it was just like, just give me, you know. She probably did one of everything. So, I have not watched McMillions yet. I saw that come up on my feed, because I've been watching some Netflix lately, but I haven't seen that. Best Buy gift cards, late 90s. Yep, remember the Best Buy gift cards. Fast action cards work with payoff pitch. Okay, no, I wasn't sure about that. Okay, that's an Apple blog. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Let me see. Yeah, Big Paulie, he's got some good things going on. Anybody watching NASCAR tonight? I was watching some of that.
Did they finally get started?
Yeah, they got started, and I was holy crap. Okay, I'm not a huge NASCAR fan. I like to watch it, like especially in the summertime. I'm watching these dudes, and they're probably going almost 200 miles an hour, and they are like this. And
yeah,
no doubt. I mean, I don't know if you could. I don't know if I could stick my fingers between the two cars. That's how close they are. I'm like, how are you
racing? It's all about drafting.
Yeah, but I mean, how are you that close and just? How are you controlling your car so you're not bumping into him? And because if you touch him, he's gone. He's going to fly away.
Bump draft with those cars. It's one of the few cars you can bump draft with.
But I mean, it's just like I'm watching them. It's like, man, if anything have any kind of significant hit, and this guy's going flying. Oh man, it's just impressive watching these guys. It's like no way, no way I couldn't do that. That ain't gonna happen. Defund the bully AFC Sports banner. That banner is a bully, isn't it? That's crazy. Oh, Packer Haas makes my joke extra cheesy. Yes. All right, fine. What do we got here? We got some app-related podcasts starting to pop up.
It has been up for one that's been done for a while, though, right?
Yeah, there was an Apple podcast I heard. I don't know if it was a new one, but there was one that was Apple related. I actually listened to a little bit of it. It was pretty good. The guy was talking about baseball, and he said they're not sure what they're going to do with hockey. That's the one I listened to because they were talking about the Apple hockey. Yeah, Dave, I noticed you didn't call me Friday, so I figured you just got busy. So that's fine. We ended up having Chinese Friday night with my wife and her sister. They come over. Well, she come over, and we made some drinks and did that. So, hi there, good to see you. And I do have a Raiders cap. I do. I don't know. I think Las Vegas Raiders are pretty cool. I think that's neat. It's gonna be fun. And yes, ID. Thank you.
I saw how they're doing that. It's gonna be a lot like what they do in Arizona for the Cardinals. So the Raiders will play on grass, and they'll roll it in and out like they do in Arizona. But when UNLV plays there, they'll play on turf, and so they'll roll a turf field on top of the grass.
Didn't Arizona do that? I saw that their field actually rolled out of the stadium.
Yes.
And then they rolled it back in. I don't know if they took it out to get it some sun and
I believe that's what it is, yeah.
But imagine that. Imagine having a football field. I know it's 100 yards, but it's a lot bigger than that. And you have it on a platform that rolls in and out. That is
goes at a whopping 3 miles an hour.
That is insane. That is insane. That's slow though. We went to Florida many years ago. We went down to where the shuttle takes off, and they showed us the road that the shuttle goes out of the building and then goes to the tower. and it goes on a truck, and it's a special road they built with like
Yes.
certain kind of pebbles in the whole bit. And they said it goes 1 mile an hour from the tower to the launch pad. That just must be painful to drive that thing 1 mile an hour. Holy
My
cow.
first electric wheelchair, top speed, half mile an hour.
Really? Now you get that thing souped up, right?
It can go about 7, I think, if I read.
What's a new one gonna do?
It's the same thing.
Oh man, you needed to get the souped up model. You need to really bump that up, man. Put some nitro on that thing.
There you go.
I hope you're going on in the chat.
That was fun. The 4th round's finally up on YouTube. It took a while for it to go up, but
Yeah, Ron's gone. He's been streaming his little head off there, and he did all that golf this weekend, and then we did Digital to Dice this morning. So Ron's been doing a lot of streaming.
It's warm in here too. So
yeah. And that's why we didn't record this weekend, because it was hot up there, it was hot down here, and when it's 95 degrees, you're just a little lethargic, and so we didn't want to do a low energy show. So we're like, let's just do it one day. Now it didn't cool off for you. It did cool off for me though.
Well, I'm glad it cooled off for you.
Yeah, it finally did.
Later, what they did, Paulie, towards when they had the grass in for the Giants and the Jets around the turn of the century, they would bring them in little trays. So they'd be trays of grass, and they would grow them someplace. I forget where they grew it, and they cut it up and put it in trays like they do plants at the garden stores in the springtime. And they would just plant. You would rip out some grass, and they would just replant the tray.
Wow, that's nuts.
So
see, that's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
You know, where is it? There it is, right there. That's why
I'm here. Yes.
Yep. So let's get back to some of the comments here. Vince Coleman.
Well, you would think that he'd be able to get out of the way of that. Yes.
Did you have coffee today?
No. What did I have today? I had iced tea.
Okay.
It's been so hot. I haven't done a lot of coffee.
Yeah. I think I had a decaf this morning. Made some eggs and toast this morning. Had a decaf.
Had some homemade chili for dinner. It was very good.
There you go. Yeah, Tim Allen can rewire that for you. There you go. Over there in Cincinnati, it look up to 90 today. Then it rained. Oh, it's going to be 90.
Down in Chattanooga area. Yeah, there's a reason I don't live down there.
He didn't outrun the tarp.
No,
you ever see the videos of that when they pull the tarp up and they wrap the guy up? That is kind of
funny. The Vince Coleman thing we're talking about. St. Louis used to have an automatic tarp machine, so when it rained, they just pressed a button and it rolled. And Vince Coleman, before a playoff game, got his leg caught in it and broke his leg and missed the rest of that series and the '85 World Series for St. Louis.
Oh man,
yes.
That's
do
nuts.
I do any ice? I do. But again, I've been trying to drink light, not drink like heavy things like milk, because I can't do black iced coffee. So, more of a tea and Gatorade and water and seltzer. Nothing super heavy.
So again, if you want to join our Facebook group, if you're on Facebook, we got 350 people in the group now for the show. It's doing really well. So if you want to go and join the group, it is facebook.com/groups. That's Digital to Dice, and you can check things out here if you're into sports sims. And again, if you like to help out the show, that's our little link to PayPal there, and you can put in any amount you want, and we've gotten donations from all different amounts. And thank you so much for everybody that's helped out, because now we can pay those bills and continue on with the show. Again, it's just a sign of the times I've been out of work and I couldn't fund it myself. So if you want to do that, thank you so much. I'll go back to our comments here. Well, our winters can be bad. Yeah, I'd rather take a bad summer than a bad winter. I'll agree with you on that. I'm not a big fan of. I can take the cold and I can take the snow, because the snow you can move. It's the ice. The ice is what's bad. Is when you start slipping and sliding everywhere, and your car slides everywhere, and you get into accidents, and everything is just frozen. That's what sucks. The snow you can take. You work around that. It's the cold days. It's the ice. It's when you got to go to the hockey rink at 5 o'clock in the morning and it's -6. That's that's when it's tough, because
That's why we have Dunkins.
Yeah, you know what I would do on those days, because there's a couple days that she would have to come to the rink with me, so I would go first and she would follow me, and I would, so I'd put my car in the garage because I had to have all the stuff packed up. So my car, the garage, if it's 0 out, the garage would probably stay 20, 25 degrees. There's no heat in there, yeah, but it's not bad, right? So I would start her car when I get up in the morning and get all ready to go, and I'd pull my car out of the garage, which it was not frozen to death, and park it in front of the house, and then I'd take her car, which was pretty dang cold, and I'd put that in the garage, and so she'd get at least 45 minutes to an hour or so have it in a garage to warm up a little bit. So I thought about putting some heater in the garage to maybe heat them up so you could do that, but I haven't done that.
Had a Volkswagen Golf when I was in high school, and it was a diesel. And so on a winter night like that, because they lived out in the boonies, so zeros and minuses were somewhat common.
Mm-hmm.
You plug it in so that the diesel gasoline wouldn't freeze in the night, so we could start it in the morning.
There was a guy I used to work with, I don't say friend of mine, a guy I used to work with years ago when I was in my 20s, and he said he lived in like South Dakota or something like that.
That would be kind of similar.
And all the cars had these little plugs sticking out of the front of them. And he said that's where you plugged it in. And I said, what do you mean you plug in your car? He goes, so it wouldn't freeze. He says, yeah, everyone go home and they would plug in their cars so they could start it up in the morning because, like I said, it would freeze. And he said that out there in South Dakota, and again, this is 80s,
90s. There's nothing there to break anything up.
But this is 80s, 90s. So this is before all the chirp stuff. This is when you actually had keys that people would leave their cars running while they went shopping because they were afraid it would freeze.
I'm not surprised about that.
That's how cold it was, and it was
bitter on the plains.
Yeah.
No, we're in the valley, so we're not there. But yeah, when there's nothing to break things up. When I lived in New Mexico, my mother was out there a few months before I was. And I remember the first time that we got a thunderstorm, which didn't happen that often. And because there wasn't really anything to break it up, first of all, you could smell it, and really, really smell it. And then the FM stations from Colorado and Nebraska would come booming in. And so you'd be playing with a radio, and so you'd be listening to your favorite little Bee Gees song. Later it would become Yacht Rock Radio, but then it was just good music. And then you'd be hearing talking from Denver, which was 400 miles away, on FM, not on AM.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah. And then the sky would kind of turn purple.
Oof.
And it would reek of rain. And so, yes, just when there's nothing there to break anything up, you did not sit and watch those thunderstorms on the front porch. You went inside. Now, it's not tornadoes that they get in Steve's part of the country, but still pretty scary.
Yeah, MP was saying he's down in Florida 22 years. We've been down in Florida a handful of times. We went down, what was it, honeymoon in 96 or whenever it was. That was 24 years ago. And I remember sitting outside on the, we were like, it was a small hotel, but they had like 2 or 3 floors or whatever it was. And I remember just going outside and looking, and you could see forever from the hotel room. It was down near Disney. And you could just see like a storm would come over and then it'd be clear. And then there was another storm behind it and it'd be clear. And it was just really weird. Like you could see the storms, like how far away they were. Yeah. And they would come in and they would douse you, then they would go away. And it was just really crazy. The weather down there is as nutty as it is up here, but with the rain, because the rain comes in, wrecks things, and then goes away. And every summer you're willing to pack it. I don't doubt it. We went down there.
No way in hell I'd retire down in Florida.
Yeah, we were down there in 2000. So that was 20 years ago. We went down and saw a friend of hers. And it was right outside of Orlando, and it was the end of May. Okay, that's when we went down, the end of May. And it was just ridiculously hot in the center of Florida, and they were the only house on the block without a pool. Everybody had a pool but them. And I'm like, do you like talk to your neighbors at all so we can go sit in the pool? Because this is ridiculous how hot it was. And I remember we went down to the store to get some food to cook on the grill, and you got in the car, we drove to the store, we saw nobody out, nobody walking the dog, nobody cutting the grass, nobody jogging, nobody playing ball, nothing. You go in, you get out of the car, you go into the store, you get what you do, you go back in the car, you drive home. And that's what people did. They went from the car to the house, to the car, the shopping, to the car. There was nobody outside. Like here, you drive around, even in the summertime, there's people walking, there's dogs out, there's activity. There's no activity in Central Florida.
This is I think our 5th straight day of 90, and they were, college girls and boys running around today. We were out this morning, and I wouldn't want to have been out this afternoon, but it's not like that. I hear the same thing about San Antonio in the summertime too. I saw someone just driving through, and here's this metro area of 1.5 million, and the streets are dead, but because it's 110 out, it's just not healthy.
Yeah, was Robbie here? I put up that History Maker Golf video. There's not a ton of videos on that, but the ones that are out there are very good. Mine is not as good as some of the other ones. I just kind of run through some things to kind of get you going. I am going to get some gameplay video going. The problem is with that, it's such a long game. It's a great golf game. It is so fun to play. I'm enjoying the crap out of this golf game. But it's a long game, especially when you play the tournament and you want to play the tournament. The tournament is the fun in that game. That is the fun. And it just takes a long time to play. So if you want to do a video for it, you really can't do a 3 or 4 hour video. No one's going to watch that. So you might need to do a 15 to 20 minutes from the start and then maybe pick it up at the end if you got a close finish and do that. That might be the only way. Let's see. Yeah, you don't go to Disney in July, dude. Oh, what are you doing? DJ wanted to go to Minnesota, get married. She's not my ex. Good one. That's a good one. Keith, you are not alone. Look what's behind me. Where is it? Right there.
You wear that stuff a lot, yeah.
I had that on the other day, my orange. I was out walking with the creamsicles on. I got a creamsicle jersey. I got creamsicles everywhere. Look. I got creamsicle right here. You see that? Yeah, kind of, sort of. That's a creamsicle. That's a creamsicle helmet right there. I got them everywhere. I got them all over my house. They're like little luck charms. They keep the bad spirits away, these Tampa Bay Buccaneers things. I don't know if I got any more over here. No, I got them all over the house, though. So, yeah, I miss the creamsicles. I'm hoping Brady gets 1 year in the creamsicles. That would be great. Yeah. Go trip to Florida. Yeah, I hear they're playing hockey in Florida. I hear they're playing hockey in New Hampshire already. My friend played in New Hampshire the other day. Great. And then I saw that if I want to go and be a scorekeeper for these new leagues, I got to go sign up and pay dues to be
really?
Yeah, and I said no. I'll go. I'll score your games. I'll be there every time. But if I'm going to be some part of some bigger group and I got to pay union dues or whatever it is, no. Nope, sorry. I just don't need it that bad. I want to see how everything shakes out. I want to see who's playing, who's where, who needs what. And if I get a job, great. If I don't, great. But, I mean, as far as I know, they're always looking for referees. So once I get back skating again, I could probably go referee, a lot of these places. But, yeah, I'm not going to go do that. Mungo Jerry, what's going on? Good to see you. What's ID got to say over here? You got to keep it 110 for the alligators. Yeah. You don't want to make those guys angry. Well, you always see the pools with the fences, but it's like, man, the alligators can probably just get right in there, right? You go out one morning with your coffee to go in the pool, there's an alligator in there. That would suck. That's the only thing that's keeping me from doing that is the alligators and the snakes.
Sharon might need a new pair of boots or a purse.
Yeah. When I went down there with Flynn, we did the roller hockey down there, and it was a house, okay sized house, and it had the pool and the hot tub in the back, all fenced in, so no mosquitoes, no bugs, no nothing, and it was great. And I had sitting in the hot tub, and then you jump in the pool. It's like I could see myself retiring in a house like that someday, maybe. But then you're like, yeah, all the snakes and the spiders and the alligators. It's like, ugh, I'm not sure. Let's see a couple more things here. I'm behind in my comments here. The golf tournaments are long. It's a long thing because you start off with a whole stack of cards and you roll dice and you kind of whittle them down a couple of times and you end up with your final 10 or 12 golfers, but you're rolling 18 holes for 12 golfers. So it does take a long time to do that, but it's a heck of a lot of fun because you have your cards in front of you and you see what the leaderboard looks like. And as guys birdie and bogey, they go up and down and you see guys making a charge and you see guys falling off and you got a guy that's 6 strokes back. And if he bogeys the hole, he's out because once you go more than 6 strokes back, you're out of the game. And so you got guys like, man, what do you do? Do you take the chance, or do you there's a lot of decisions to be made in that game, and it's really, really fun. I am really enjoying that golf game, but they do take a long time. Yeah, orange is not a common team color. It was kind of 70s. You had the Flyers, you had the Bucks. But yeah, my city,
Orioles.
the Orioles. Yeah, I have some Orioles stuff too. I like that. Excuse me, my city here that I live in now is orange and black. P-Jet, I want to thank you so much for helping with the show. Thank you so much, P-Jet. And I got that Seals shirt up there for you. You probably know that. History it looked interesting. The first thing about golf, you kind of don't. You kind of don't need to know anything. The only thing you might need to know about golf is birdie, par, and bogey. That's all you really need to know about that. Is par, like you heard, par for the course. So if it's a par 4, if you get a 4, you hit par. Anything less than par is a birdie. Anything over that's a bogey. Then you get double bogey. So the idea is you want to shoot the lowest number possible, and it works. It's a little similar to, it's maybe not so much the hockey, but it's more like History Maker baseball, where you roll the dice and you just read the numbers across, and you go to the chart and it tells you what to look for, and then you look for it and you either find it or don't, and then at some point along the line it tells you what happened. And then you say, okay, I'm going to be putting for par or putting for birdie or whatever it is. And you follow along that way. And they did a really fantastic job with that game. One more from PJet here. The WHA had some orange teams. I think Edmonton was orange, or
Yes.
Alberta, I think they were called. I'm trying to think of the other orange teams that they had. It'll come to me in a minute, but I think they did have a couple of orange teams.
Stratman, I haven't played payout pitch, and I know Dave hasn't, but
Some of the people in here probably have played payoff
yeah.
pitch. I hear people like it. I do. I haven't heard bad things about payoff pitch.
It's a good game.
I don't, like I said, I like I do like Strat baseball. I like the All-Star lineup baseball from Craig. I like that game too. Those are the two that I have that I play. I did play some APA baseball. That's fun. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see, Jerry. Still working on getting all the Shavini games for the 80 win. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
right across the lake from here.
Yep. But all the Olympic games in 1980, that'd be great, because everything focused on the hockey, but there was a lot of other stuff going on. So thanks for coming by.
Which 4 do you need?
Yeah, just let us know. Maybe we can check into that. What was that roller hockey when Tampa Bay Tritons were on? That was the was that? Oh my gosh, what was that? It was on ESPN2. That Roller Hockey International, RHI. I think it was the Roller Hockey International. And that was in 1995, and they played over the summer. And I think they only did 1 or 2 years. And they had the Atlanta Fire Ants was another team. And
They
guy from
played
the
on the dark rinks too, didn't they?
I think so.
I was watching some of that.
There's a guy that played for the Worcester Ice Cats, and he played a couple games with the Boston Bruins that played in that roller hockey league. And I actually interviewed him. And I said, why do you think that league didn't work? He says, because we were playing in the summer, and nobody wants to watch hockey in the summer. And that's what he thought. So that was a decent league for roller hockey. It was kind of fun. That's when roller hockey had its heydays. Yeah, Orioles, Tennessee Volunteers. Yep, I do like some of them. Flying down and see a North Stars game here and there. Yep, North Stars were good. Oh, yeah, the Bucks have the virus. Yep, the virus is running wild down there. But again, it's, are people going to the hospital or not? That's the thing. We know it's going to be out there. We're going to have to live with it. It's like the flu, but anyway, that's another discussion. Dolphins with some orange. Yep. Broncos with some orange. Yep. The orange crust. Yep. Jose Maria in the tournament. Then it's over. Yep. But yeah, Broncos don't have much orange anymore.
No,
they got rid of that. I do like the Miami teal. I always like the Miami teal. Cleveland Browns, kind of orange. Their third jersey is kind of orange. The burnt orange, yeah. I forgot about burnt orange. It's like it is. It's a burnt orange. It's orange if you burned it. And I do like that Texas. I like to watch college football just for all the logos and stuff. I miss college football video games. Browns, yeah. Well, Cincinnati was brown for a while. What is Cincinnati now?
They're still Yeah, they're still kind of brown and orange.
Okay. Yeah, I do like the Tennessee ones. I think that's Peyton Manning's old team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hayden was a big winner. Yeah, you did some Hayden skating, didn't you, Ron?
Yeah, he won 5 gold medals.
Okay. Payoff pitch. Oh, you have the free fast action cards on payoff pitch. That's interesting. So, I'd like to see a baseball game with fast action cards. Wonder how that would work because it was so used to rolling dice and checking cards or charts. So the fast action would be interesting to see. Marty McSorley. I'm not sure where that came from, but he was the guy that had an illegal stick against the Canadians. All right, so skiing.
All the skiing.
All the skiing. Okay.
Just wait. He's got should ask because the cross country stuff was on sale last week.
You still might be able to catch the sale if you say something to him. He'll work with you.
Note.
The Raiders had orange dock. I didn't know the New York Raiders had dock jersey.
Well,
the Blazers,
yeah.
First.
Yeah.
And but I didn't know the Raiders were orange. A friend of mine's got a really nice. Is it Derek Sanderson Philadelphia Blazers jersey? It's gorgeous. I haven't seen it in a long time, but he was over his house one day. He's like, "Look at this jersey!" I'm like, holy crap! It's the Blazers. It was gorgeous.
Hockey in Lake Placid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do it every year round, even if the ice freeze is over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do they crack through it or something?
It's an icebreaker. They do that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, remember the Phillies when they had the blood red ones? The Phillies in Cleveland?
Kind of like the Redskins burgundy, isn't it?
Yeah, it was weird seeing them all in that, You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's gonna be weird if they start up in the summer, but at least it'd be something. Sienna of Elf.
Of Elf, yep.
The Padres brown. Yeah, the brown and the gold. Or the brown and the yellow. That was really good. Yeah, when they switched to the Navy, I agree. Brown and yellow was classic for them. And then they went to that boring. They look like the Minnesota Twins. I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? NCAA games are the best. Yeah, I have one of the college games, not the last one, but I have a college game that I really like because there's so many teams. In the NFL, we got 30 teams. College, they had a ton of college teams. And it was fun seeing the stadiums. And they didn't do it quite up as tight as the NFL stuff, but they still did a good job. And I remember that I went as a running back, and I got drafted, and I went to North Carolina, and I was a running back for North Carolina. And I liked the running back is because you could either run, block, or go out for a pass. So you did everything in the game. It was really fun. So I got drafted by and I think what it was is you could get drafted by a bunch of different teams, but it would tell you if you were first, second, or third string. So I could have gone to Miami and been a third string and never played. So I said, no, I'm going to go to North Carolina and be a first string guy.
Cool.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. That was a real fun game. Clinton Parks is here in the chat. All you Seattle's, I know Seattle's a mess right now. It really is. What do you got?
What did I think? I love it. I think it's a very good game. I think it's tough to do things like U.S. Opens because the cards are too good compared to. Put that back up there because I didn't finish. I thought it was very fun, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap. I bought the intro special, which gave me the 7 sets of decade cards, and I think it came with like one course. But every so often, he's got the courses on sale. I mean, you played the cards and dice version of it. If you like the cards and dice version, I think you'd like the computer version. But I think overall, if you take some of those greatest hits players and throw them on the courses, it's gonna seem very easy.
Status Pro has fast action cards as well.
5 sometimes per batter. That's just too much.
Oh, it's too long, is it?
Yeah.
I see. Really, 2.5 hours for a payoff pitch game? Oh, play by play, pitch by pitch. Yeah, that's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. Yeah, some good jerseys looking there. All right, Apachata, thanks for stopping by.
3:45 comes early.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up here shortly. Want to say hi, Bears Den, the navy blue and the burnt orange. Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad, except for when they wear the Halloween orange ones. They look like traffic cones.
Yeah, that doesn't look good on them at all. I don't know what it is. The Phantoms, yeah, Philadelphia Phantoms. They had purple. They were purple and orange.
Were they?
Yeah, the Phantoms had a purple going on. Yeah, I did like the old Seahawks colors, Jim Zorn and Steve Largent. Yeah, I did like that. The silver, blue, and the green with the silver helmet with a hawk, and now they went into now it's a dark with a bright green. Yeah, I don't care for it too much. I don't know. Is it easier on?
I think it looks easier because we only focus on the one or two groups.
Do you have to aim your shot, or does it? How's that?
You
work?
don't have to be so precise with the distance like you do in Action PC. So if you can just, you can aim it 400 yards away. It's the line that ASG Golf is looking for, not necessarily the distance.
Okay.
Depending on the club. So you're not going to get the mishits left or right depending on that. But it depends on what you play and how you set it up. You can make the courses really easy. You can make the courses really hard.
You got a visitor over here. Emily the cat.
Emily the cat wants
Yeah.
to cuddle because,
Yes.
hey, it's only 18 here.
I know he must be roasting when she
You
gets on
know,
here.
let me put it's a cute 10-pound fur coat, but it's a 10-pound fur coat nonetheless. Thanks, Em.
Do I have any moments in History Maker Golf like you do with Hockey Blast? Oh, wait. You didn't have any moments. I did. I just started playing it, and in one of the all my tournaments come down to the last hole. They do. And it's fun watching. I had one guy, I think it was Nick Price. He was in the top group, top 3, and he faded all the way back to -7, and he was out. And it's just, you don't usually see that with a guy at the top to fold that bad, and he did. So I've had some fun. Oh, if you mean moments like getting tripped up, I'm not sure if you meant like good moments or tripped up moments. I have not been tripped up once in History Maker Golf. Everything is laid out. I did find out there's a couple things I was doing, I don't want to say wrong, but in like certain holes, if it's an easy hole and you roll a 6, you get a birdie rather than a par. And I didn't know that. I was playing par. Not the end of the world, but that's one of the rules in there. And then there was a couple other things that if you roll the initial dice roll and the golfer wins the roll, so to speak, different things can happen with that as well. And so there's a couple little things that I just didn't pick up on. So, but now that I know those, I'll work those into the game. But no, the History Maker Golf is a breeze. It is a cupcake. It is really fun. And all you need to do is like watch anybody's video on YouTube that has played it. Even if you want to watch mine that I did today, it spells out how to play it, and it's just following the chart. You start with the left-hand column, and that's the first shot, and you see if you match up the trait on the card. If you don't match it up, you go to the second shot. And it tells you if you match it up, what happens. If it doesn't, then there's a default options, and you go to that chart, and it tells you what the guy did. And it's that easy, and it really is. And it flows really nicely. Flow's a big deal, and it flows.
Yeah.
I
like the putting in Action PC. And as Robbie says, it's pretty much the same as any other card and dice game. You go A, B, or C.
And you can lag in History Maker Golf. If you got like a difficult putt or for birdie or double difficult putt, you can lay up and take the gimme on the next shot with a lag putt. And that works out well too, because if you're up by a couple of strokes and you're like, man, I could possibly double bogey this hole if I roll wrong, I'm just going to lag and take the single bogey. So you can do that. Okay. Phantoms are orange, green, and red. I remember them having some purple. Maybe it was towards the end. I thought they were purple, had some purple in there. Payoff pitch plays in a half hour. It's not pitch by pitch. Okay. I haven't played that one yet. Yeah, does it putting options in ASG?
Yeah, you can go for it or you can lag.
Okay.
Over 20 feet. Under 20 feet, you're going for it.
Is there a lot of decision making in History Maker Golf?
It's not shot by shot.
It's not a shot by shot, but you earn blue chips in the game if you do certain things well. It'll say like, oh, you hit this one great, the crowd cheers, you get a blue chip. So you can spend these blue chips to do certain things. For example, so if you got a blue chip and you have a moderate putt for birdie, I think you need to roll a 1 or a 2. So if you spend a chip, it's an easier putt for birdie. So now you go to easy putt, so it's a 1 to 4. So you double your chances of a birdie. So if you're trailing late in the round, you spend that chip to try to get the birdie. There's other things. As far as, do you spend the chip to control the hole? Or, if you get a red chip, that's bad. You got to spend a red chip somewhere to get rid of it. Otherwise, it costs you a stroke. So that there's some decision making in the game. But a lot of times you roll and see what happens. Now, when you roll a 6, that's when a lot of the decision making comes in, because that means, do you want to lay up with a par and get a blue chip, or do you want to go for the green and get a birdie? And so there's enough decision making in the game. You don't just sit and watch it play out. But it's not all decision making, and that's good, because it would take forever if you had to think about everything. Status Pro, he likes for the fast action cards. Yeah, he liked was it the National Pastime National Game? Is that what that is? NPNG?
NPNG Plus, yeah, that's the freebie.
Okay. Any moments to trip you up? No, I have not been tripped up one time. The game. No,
you really got it the first time.
Yeah, in fact, I watched a couple of videos and it's like, wow, this plays easy. I read the book, just winged through it, and I was off and running. I didn't get tripped up whatsoever. Sometimes with the chips get a little confusing. There's some rules for the chips, meaning that if you spend a chip to get to try to improve your results on the hole, later on that hole, if you do something that would earn you a chip, you can't. So you can't what's called spend one to get one. Is like once you spend a chip for that hole, then you can't get any on that hole. So there's a couple little rules like that you got to think about. But no, I did not get tripped up. Hockey Blast, I still like it. It just, when it starts going down the Planko machine, I get lost a little bit. I really do. See, Stratman knows about Payoff Pitch. I just played a test game and went along with the normal gameplay. Well, maybe once you get speeded up, and you play it a few times. Clinton, what do you got here? First time you played Payoff Pitch took him an hour and a half, and he brought it down to 40 minutes. Yeah, a lot of those games will come down. So good. Roberto Schiavini.
If you join the Facebook group, he gives a sale every week.
Yeah, send him a message. Tell him what you're looking for. And if you buy in bulk, sometimes he'll give you some kind of a break or a deal. So you let him know if you want to buy a lot of stuff. If you enter historic golf detail, Alpa Golf is great, similar to ASG.
ASG is an Alpa clone, as a matter of fact.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. When are you given a red chip in History Maker Golf? If you miss a clutch putt, you get a red chip. If you make a clutch putt, you get a blue chip. That is, unless you have spent a chip earlier. But yeah, so you usually when something bad happens, if you miss a clutch putt, other times you hit it into the woods and you go and you look on the chart and it says, oh, you duffed it coming out of the trees, and the crowd groans and you take a red chip. Or you have a bad drive. You look at the chart and says, not a good drive, crowd groans. You take a red chip. So when you play bad, you get a red chip, and then you got to get rid of them somehow. So you got to figure out the right time to play a red chip, because when you play a red chip, you make the hole harder. But there are certain times that you can do that, and you get away with it, and you get rid of the red chips. So there's a little bit of strategy in there. It is kind of fun. Yeah, you have to. If you roll a 6, you can go for it or play it safe. And there's a few decisions like that, especially on the par 5s. It'll say, do you want to go for it? Yes or no. Go for it increases your chance to get an eagle, to be 2 under par. But then if you roll a bad number, then it decreases other things. Or you can lay up and pick up the easy birdie. So there's enough decisions to keep it fun without bringing it down. Let's see. Try Dice Baseball. I think I have Dice Racing. I think I had that.
Yeah, I think Dice Racing, yeah.
That was fun. I played a little bit of the Dice Racing. That was fun. I just played like 10 laps. That was really kind of fun. I might look in that red, white, and blue racing. I'm starting to warm up to the play games. And I didn't for the longest time, but they're finally coming around for me.
Yeah, I knew you'd like the golf game.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised you like the golf game.
Yeah, the golf game is great. AppleGo is pretty fun. I just wish that you could play it It would keep all your stats and stuff and seasons, because I would have grabbed that in a second, but when I found out it was kind of mostly for single games, it would keep stats, but it wouldn't keep all your standings and stuff. I was like, it just played so fast and easy. It was really, AppleGo was really fun. I did enjoy that. I almost bought a couple of seasons just to play. It was kind of fun. So, but we can wrap up here. We've been on for about 50 minutes coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
So we just want to come on tonight, Monday night support chat. Monday night seems to be a good night for both of us here. And so we want to come on and say hi. You know, Ron's roasting up there, and down here it's a little cooler tonight. So I'm going to go upstairs and figure out what my next golf project's going to be. As we do some more of that, and then I'll think about doing some more videos of that golf game. Maybe I'll do the end of the round at some point. Maybe I'll get up in the morning and do the end of the round video or something like that. But yeah, so we got the new Digital to Dice, and again, I was going to mention this one more time. Digitaltodice.com is the podcast we do for our sports sims games, and that's coming up on our 1-year anniversary and our bill due to pay the podcast company. So out of work, we were asking if anybody would like to donate to the show so we can keep the podcast going and keep the support chat going here on StreamYard, because when you add them both together, it does add up to quite a bit of money.
I was surprised.
I hadn't really sat down and figured it out. Like, jeepers, that's wow, are we really spending that much money for the show? And I did, when I was working, it was okay, but when I'm not working, it's not okay. So if you don't have to, if you'd like to help support the show in one way or another, paypal.me/icehog, that goes right to my hockey company there, then which is I don't say out of business, but it's on hold right now. So that was paying the bill, and there's no money coming in. And if you want to go on Venmo, Dave-Gardner-44 on Venmo, if you'd like to contribute on Venmo. You don't have to. Nobody's obligated to. But a lot of people have donated to the show and the podcast so we can keep it going. In no way are we making money on this thing or getting rich. It's just covering the bills that we have coming in so we can keep it going for another year. So I want to thank everybody that has kicked in with that. That has been really great. And we were pleasantly surprised last night when we did the video, and I looked in the PayPal this morning, and I was like, wow, we're doing pretty good to the next year is looking really, really good. So thank you so much for that. Please hit the like button if you could. It'd be great. If not, that's okay too. Mungo, thank you so much. Yeah, we have a good time talking to you guys. We had a lot of people in tonight. We haven't had a lot of this many people in quite some time, but it's good seeing everybody again.
Yes.
Just been, with the summertime, the change of times, and it's lighter outside, and in the whole bit, we just kind of got busy, and we still are. But yes, if Red, White, and Blue's like the golf game, I imagine it would be great. So I'm going to go up and maybe finish watching some of the NASCAR race if it's still on. I'm not sure if it is or not, but you're on your second league. Wow, that's kind of fun. And you can enjoy that without being a NASCAR fan. I don't know anything about NASCAR. I don't like the fact that today I was watching, like, oh, he cut this guy off to let his partner go. And I'm like, I don't, I think you should just win the race. Either win the race or don't. Don't be cheating so your partner can win. But I guess that's how they do it. I don't know anything about it. I just would want to get a winner. And so at some point I might do that. Made it for the end. Yep. Get Red, White, and Blue. Yeah, I will. Again, right now we're getting the fund going to keep the podcast going, so I really don't want to spend any more money on that right now. If things change or if something comes up, maybe I will pick it up. But right now, I'm enjoying the golf game immensely. So maybe next month, if things go well, maybe I can pick up Red, White, and Blue racing for next month. Oh, you like the Green Bay hat? Yeah, I like that hat too. I don't mind the Packers. They were good. Packers good. Thank you, DJ John, once again for all your support on the channel.
Yeah.
And Ron, thanks for coming in. I know that you've been streaming your little tail off over there.
That's right.
And so I know you want to go spend some time curling up with the cat. So, so we're gonna let you go. Michael, thank you so much for your support. Yes,
thank you.
Everyone has really chipped. Some people have been over generous, but I mean, it'll help keeping the show going. And we're glad that you like it. We do, because if the show is terrible, you guys would have told us to just pack it up. But it seems like a lot of people like what we do, and we enjoy what we do. We enjoy being part of the community. And thank you to everybody else. And ID again, thank you so much, ID. And Bruce, Bruce, thank you so much too. You've helped support us here. Thank you to you and Laura. It's a Bruce and Laura, Laura and Bruce. Who should I say first? I don't want to get anybody in trouble. And maybe Bruce, maybe I'll have to come out there and show you this golf game I got. I don't know if you're a big golf guy. You might enjoy this golf game I play. You just play it right on the table, and I get the all-time greats. I got Arnold Palmer, Tiger Woods, and all those guys. Jack Nicklaus. I have them all in the game, and I play them out. And you just sit there and just have a cup of coffee and play the game, and it's relaxing and it's fun, and it's a good time. Yeah, the banner probably get more donations than all of us here. So yeah, the banner was big.
Banner's always big. Yes.
Yeah. Good night, Clinton. Thank you so much, Robbie. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. And all right, so B&L, we'll call it B&L.
Okay.
Just don't want to, I don't think Bruce plays much. The Golf Club 2019. I don't know if he has that. That would be on the Xbox or the PlayStation. I have the old
version too.
Oh, there's a PC version? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know I have the first one, the Golf Club, just the first one on the PS4. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing some of the custom courses too. But I didn't get the new one at all. So, but anyway, yeah, I'll have to take a ride out there, and I will have to show you some of my games I'm playing. You might be surprised how fun they are. They might sound boring here as we're talking about, but they are kind of fun. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody that supported the podcast as well as the video show here. Ron, thanks for coming around tonight. And we'll see. We're going to try to get on one more time this week. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if the heat breaks. Let's see what what it looks like here as far as weather goes and what our schedules look like. And we'll try to get back on the support chat this week. Otherwise, we'll talk to everybody as soon as we can. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.